Hellos and welcomes everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. It has been some time since we've done any of my Let's Play with Valicar here, the Bounty Hunter. Where we last left off, we had just finished Chapter 12 of the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, and that was approximately 3 or 4 months ago. I've been playing Star Wars The Old Republic since the last video of this series, but since the last video of this series, I put time into playing a series as a Sith sorcerer, known as Vitiate, and I started a Let's Play as a trooper, working on behalf of the Galactic Republic. At this point in time, I haven't got too far in the Troopers campaign, but I will be putting more time into that in the near future. But the reason I picked this up 4 months later is, to my knowledge, and at the moment it is the 13th of August 2016 as I'm recording this, the last chapter of Knights of the Fallen Empire has been released, which is Chapter 16. Obviously I've left Chapter 13, 14 and 15 and obviously Chapter 16 now, until they were all out together in bulk, and I was going to basically record them one after another. So, where we last left off, from what I remember, and obviously it's been 4 months for me, so give me a little break here. But I think in Chapter 12, let me have a look at this. We encountered, was it the Jedi Grand Master Satele Shan and the Force Ghost of Darth Marr, and we have a new weapon. The Attuned Demolisher's Blaster Pistol, which, depending on our decisions, grants us special abilities, and apparently this will allow us to, or help us defeat Archon. Apparently. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, we are here now. Honestly, the UI's changed slightly. Obviously this is the Cartel Market screen, which has always been there. I'm not sure why it's gold. But now we have a Cartel Market Stash, which is different to the Unclaimed Items page. I don't recognize this. I don't know. Let's look at our companions and contacts. There are 2 more missions we could go on. Obviously we speak Hylo Viz or Ugrob here on Odessa. Ooh, Odessan. Oh, choking there for a moment, bloody hell. Not a good sign. But obviously, yeah, we're on the planet or moon of Odessan, where obviously the Resistance, I almost want to call them the Alliance, are uniting against the Sith Empire and against, I almost want to say, Emperor Archon. We have the Gravestone. I'd forgotten what this was called. But yeah, its main weapon maybe still offline. And I still want to know what the hell's going on with the sarcophagus actually inside of it. We still haven't dealt with all the Star Fortresses. Echad Loken wants us to recruit him, but we need to take him we need to get him so much influence. Kryzen Vess, which is a companion, or was a companion for the Jedi Consular, wants us to bring him some trophies for him to join us. And Major Pierce, who I think was it Lieutenant Pierce for the Sith Warrior, he wants us to get win so many matches in unranked PvP for him to join us. But I'm not too worried about that, to be perfectly honest. I don't mind doing them, but they're not, I'm not sure if they're crucial to the storyline. If they are, whoops. But, oh well. I think we'll go straight into Chapter 13. Looking back, the previous chapters were all done in one video. I basically let them run as long as they did. I may do the same again for the next few chapters, because they tend to be fairly small, maybe only an hour or so long. But if I feel there's a point in a video or in a chapter that I think I can take a small break and split the chapter in 2, I will do so. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm totally blind going into the next few chapters, and to be honest, I'm looking forward to maybe revisiting these with another character. I keep saying that, it hasn't happened yet, but I do have characters at the point of going through all the expansions, and I'm hoping that in completing the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, it might intrigue me enough to revisit all the expansions with another hero, another character. In addition, I have heard that there is a new expansion coming out at the end of this year, in fall 2016, but I don't know what it's about. Sounds like someone's playing with packs in the distance there, which is a little annoying. See if we can move away from that sound. There you go, that's better. We can't really hear it so much from over here. Let's try not to fall to our deaths. I think we actually did that over here once, and I was very embarrassed for myself. But yeah, let's start with chapter 13. Unlucky for some. The galaxy suffers, the Eternal Empire conquers and plunders countless worlds, adding to the Zakuul's vast wealth. The Alliance has learned that the bulk of its stolen fortune sits aboard a massive floating treasury known as the Gilded Star, the greatest collection of wealth in known space. On Odessan, Valicar plots a daring heist against impossible odds to raid the Gilded Star and strike a serious blow against the Eternal Empire. And you get to choose a companion, it seems. Okay, and we have Vet here, who we haven't yet encountered in this expansion, who was the first companion you get as part of the Sith Warrior storyline. And I feel really bad that I forgot your name. Because you had two names, and you were actually part of the main Bounty Hunter bloody storyline. You were our target, and we killed you. Well, we killed an identical, like, clone of you. Ah, this is what happens when you don't play your Bounty Hunter for almost over a year now since we encountered this character. If you think about it, because we never really used him too much through the expansions up until Knights of the Fallen Empire, and then as the storyline develops, your companions are split and you encounter them in drips and drabs. I still wish we could encounter Mako, our wife, because how many years has it been while we were in cryo sleep, or frozen in not cryo sleep, frozen in carbonite, basically. Yeah, so also wasn't in chapter 12, wasn't Kaleo, also known as Firebrand, infiltrating a place for us, and that went horribly wrong? Yeah, I think something like that. Anyhows, she's still here, though. I wonder if she survived that encounter. I thought she was trapped, and I thought she was fighting to her death. Oh well, I guess we'll find out. Who have I put a lot of time into? Oh, we have HK 55. Tempting. I do like HK. Oh yeah, we've got Arik Jorgen as well. Trying to decide who would be good as a companion for us. You know what, I think we'll take Xenia, who was Emperor Valican's wife, the mother of Arkan and... what is her name? What is her name? 2 moments here. I should have it written down. I don't, that's unusual. But her daughter, who's a little bit crazy. Very crazy, in fact. Yeah. I'm hoping I still got my sound levels correct. They haven't changed since I've been recording my Trooper storyline recently. Chapter 13, Profit and Plunder.
Still no word from Major Jorgen or Kaleo?
Everything within a kilometer of the spire has been locked down. No signal gets in or out of that zone.
I warned you that Gemini frequency mission was dangerous. If they're alive, it won't be for much longer.
The gravestone could take the enemy by surprise. Buy me enough time to get our people out of the spire.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't throw the gravestone into the fire unless we know they're alive to rescue.
Too much remains unknown, and the enemy has had time to prepare its defense. We cannot risk any rescue operation.
I'll alert you the moment I hear anything, but until then, we're just wasting time here.
We could all use a break to regroup. That includes you, Theron.
I'm too tired to argue. Oh, almost forgot. Hylo Viz asked to see you, Commander. Wouldn't say why, but it sounded important.
That's it, we had a choice to send either Arik or Kaleo into the spire, and we chose Kaleo. That was right. Oh well, I suppose we'll go speak to Hylo. She might end up asking us about the Freedom Fight contact, but...
Did you see the way that imp glared at me?
Trying to think. I'm just wondering if either of these two alerts might have been Mako. Oh, that's a Wookiee. Any chance you could look into this matter? Interesting. Yeah, actually I just realized that Mako might not have a major plot line in the expansions. See, I'm not sure how the expansions work for other classes. So she could just be a side character, much like, who else is in our party who... Like Blizz. Blizz is a bounty hunter companion, but you encounter him randomly. You can recruit him, but he's not a main character. Unlike, say, Kaleo. Oh no, Hylo's not normally in this little area. She's normally in another section. That's a transporter there.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
You're saying we need a steady income.
Or a really big slush fund. But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need. He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to. You should meet him.
So, he's what? A loan shark?
No, just a liar. And a cheat. And a thief. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out.
We know this guy, don't we?
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I call.
Come on, Lana. Now? I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand.
Gault.
Let's see it.
I know that voice.
But how? You discarded every chance you got and never locked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Gault.
Still a font of outpouring emotion, as always. You should really try your hand at cards. I see you've met my shooting star.
They haven't seen me shooting anything. Yet.
I see this as a real love-hate relationship. She's the hate, right?
Forgiveness is a long, hard road, with lots of toll gates. Much as I enjoy catching up with friends and loved ones, the window of opportunity for my little offer is steadily closing. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
What's this generous offer gonna cost me?
Only your word for now, and an even split after the fact. 50-50 couldn't be more fair. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little. By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
I don't think I need any more reasons to say yes.
I hoped you'd feel that way. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vanden to lay some groundwork. Hope you haven't lost your edge, killer.
See, wasn't one for a tearful reunion. Then again, we weren't really great friends back in the main storyline anyway, were we? We spent a lot of our time with Mako. As long as he doesn't double-cross us, I think we'll be fine. Huh. Well, this is a pretty world.
There she is, Vanden. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
You haven't mentioned why we're here.
Giant barge, full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range. There's enough magnetism in this place to rival my own. Would have been quite the headache for Mako, I'm sure. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we gonna need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for.
I wonder if we're not supposed to know it's Vet. And if so, what's happened to her?
You should be in a warehouse not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it.
Okay, I guess it's not Vet then. We have Gault in our party once again. Yeah, he can be a healing support. I might be a little bit rusty again with using my skills. It has been a little bit of time. Let's have a look here, just quickly remind myself of various abilities. Carbonize, yeah, that's always going to be handy. Let's look at our combat proficiencies. We are tanking spec, which is good. Okay, that's full shield, yeah. Grappling hook cooldown. Cooldown of Quell, which is our interrupt. Jet charge grants jet speed, which is, yeah, our closing ability. Okay, okay. Let's go look for this individual. It reminds me of another world, and I'm sad to say it's been so long, I'm forgetting what world I'm thinking of. But it's the toxic world you visit.
Why they're cutting everybody's hours down this week?
Keep it down. It's a security thing. Happens every few weeks. They don't like people asking, so don't ask.
Nobody said anything when I signed on. Blast it! Knew I should have taken that Ilum job. Minos Mestra wouldn't jerk their crews around like this.
So some people aren't happy about being here. So we're on are we on a gas giant then? This is literally like a mining or gas refinery complex.
This is the place. Ah, that container over there.
I mean, the container that just mysteriously warped in out of nowhere?
So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors, especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
So you kidnapped him?
It's more of a change of address.
So he lives in that and you moved him. Does he know you're the one who moved him? Because that may not go well. Doesn't look like he's home. Oh, never mind.
Stretcher, is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Another partner you burned?
This one was asking for it, and we were never partners.
Gault Renault.
I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's Gault Renault. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
Tiresias Loci.
Down with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do. He's the guy that made your duplicate, isn't he?
That's the one. So you know I wasn't kidding when I said he's the best.
I've had enough of helping that fraud fake his own death. This time, it's gonna stick.
Oh, great.
For your hospitality, you failed a just about everybody says.
Okay, he has friends. And I just missed entirely.
I'll feel that later.
Come over here. Ah, it's all coming back to me. You have more friends? You do have more friends. Oh yeah, I've got this rocket launcher, don't I? You, over here. Nope, it's on a cooldown. Okay, fair enough. And finally, of course, the big guy. wasn't too bad.
Still can't roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the grudge. After I made that body double, he went to swindle half of Nar Shaddaa in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
Gault.
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I can never help you again.
Listen, Dretcher, I don't know how much you know about life on the outside these days, but it's bad. If you want there to be something left to look forward to when you come out, I need your help.
And if you think it's hard to live under the scanners now, just wait until the Eternal Empires fully stake their claim on the galaxy.
Be a bit musty in there, wouldn't it? We're not going to comment on that fact.
Fine. I'll do the stupid job.
Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part.
Okay, so now where we're going. So let's have a look
You might
here.
try ducking next time.
We are attuned, no matter the damage you will endure. You obviously sprint. You have harnessed the beliefs, the unified beliefs of Steel Shan and Darth Marr. So we're attuned twice. I have no idea what that does. I'm guessing one of them is because we have the blaster pistol, like the blaster pistol equipped.
Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, friend, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
What do we have here?
Satisfied?
I think you need to tell me more about this plan.
We're getting to that part just as soon as we're finished here.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile.
Here we go. Thanks, Gault.
Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
Hope you're a good runner.
Jumping might be faster.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
This is gonna come back to bite us, isn't it? Oh dear.
Abort sequence aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she do to this thing?
Oh, wait a minute, I know that voice.
Come on, it's not responding.
Are there any circuits you could cut?
Oh sure, dozens. Got any ideas which ones?
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
Now, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1.
God damn it.
That was great!
Ha, ha.
Come on, that was pretty good. Admit it.
As pranks go, high marks.
Don't encourage her. Allow me to introduce my partner, Vet. She has a habit of getting where she's not wanted. Like on your nerves, for instance. Did you get the warhead, or were you too busy practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it. Grumpy pants.
Though I guess those lizard brains will have figured out nothing's exploded by now. I'll see if I can't distract them.
Time to make ourselves scarce. We'll see you back at the hideout.
Toodles!
You know, I never guessed it was her until about halfway through there. I was like, wait a minute, I know that voice. Are we gonna have to fight through the Nictus now? Yep.
You'll feel that later.
Why do we need the security spikes? Well, I don't know why, but apparently we need them, so we'll get them. Ooh, there's a little bit of lag there. In fact, a lot of lag. But keep an eye on that. There was one more droid over here. There it is. No, you're not healing yourself. How dare you? Awesome. Okay, so there was a lockdown. Okay. That makes more sense. So we need even more security spikes now.
side.
Ah, no, get off me. It's 2 and 1 more. Where will you be? Ah, there you are. God damn it. Right. Excellent. So far, so good. Indeed. Who was that? Vanden Security. Lost to work hours will not be reimbursed. Oh, hey.
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a Hutt's taste in art hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we're going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
A little bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board, and a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing. Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure High Justice Valen can go
Valen,
wherever she pleases.
I knew it began with a V.
You're gonna have Senya pose as Valen.
We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Valen's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her IT.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Valen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Koth will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we gonna carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. Into, that's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? The same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
What's the exit strategy?
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hightail it to the transport before they catch on.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I suggest everybody get real familiar with their part. You look good, all things considered. Maybe I should lie down for one of these deep freezes, see what it does for my complexion.
Sure you can commit to anything that long?
Oh, come on. I get enough of that from the old lady. Young lady, it's still weird. Hilo gave me the rundown. Not much of an early retirement, if you ask me. We came looking, you know? Even the angry tumor. It was about the third trip into the Spire when things started to come apart.
What happened?
Well, it wasn't so much that anything happened as nothing really did. We knew better than to believe the Eternal Empire's cover story, but I've seen ghosts leave bigger traces. Probably on something we were doing. We were going broke and turning up nothing. With the galaxy coming apart, priorities shifted and everybody wandered their separate ways.
I told Mako I'd always be there for her. I couldn't keep my promise.
I think not knowing for sure what happened to you helped. You know how she gets when there's something she needs to find out? Compared to all that, this little caper should be a piece of cake. Just be ready to show these amateurs what a couple old pros can do.
Interesting. So I'm guessing neither of these two contacts are Mako then, since Gault is talking about her right now. Hey, that's a companion. We'd probably learn more about her, yeah. Born into slavery on the planet Ryloth. She was handed over to the Emperor's wrath, or Wraith, whichever way you want to put that. Because she followed on a path of violent revenge. When the Wrath went missing at the start of the Zakul invasion, Ved pulled a few odd jobs before joining up with a roguish smuggler Gault Renault. Where is Gault anyway? What's happened to him? Ah, there he is. When his new employer mysteriously vanished, Gault went back to doing what he does best, making money and getting into trouble. Okay. I tell you what, this actually is, or feels like a good part to break this video. So yeah, we'll split this chapter 13, into two. So when we come back, we'll get to the Skyhook, where the Gilded Star's meant to be making port to get some fresh air, I'm guessing, and we'll go from there. So yeah, this of course has been AnthWolf playing Star Wars The Old Republic, finally back with Valicar the Bounty Hunter, which does make me happy. I'm a bit rusty, but I do like playing my Bounty Hunter. It's one of my favourite classes, I have to say. And yeah, when we come back, we'll quite happily continue with the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion. So yeah, feel free to comment if you want, and I'll see you for more next video. Until then, no. Bye bye now.